incline or lean towards these things now. And there is a logical reason why they are doing this, right? So, as I said, JavaScript ecosystem is getting much more stronger because of the capability and because of the libraries available for the front end side. So for the automation perspective also, that is important. In fact, if you have used Postman also, there also when you write pre-script or postscript, it is JavaScript only. Okay. So for the API testing as well as for the UI automation, browser automation, JavaScript, TypeScript are favorable in terms of the new age browser and let's say um, browser enabled for the mobile app also. There also it is good to automate through JS or TS. Now coming to the Playwright part, as you know that um, Playwright in terms of how it generates the code and how it is able to uh, execute the test script in a faster way, right? It is getting more and more famous as well as useful for the test automation, right? Now, Git and Jenkins. Why I've added this thing here? Because most of the organization nowadays, when you want to join them as a test engineer, test automation engineer, or QA architect, right? They will always expect you that you should understand about Git action, how you can make your own pipeline for the test automation execution, um, how you can create the job or modify the job in Jenkins. Those things are, you know, it's very well expected from the test engineer. So some companies even they don't create their DevOps separate DevOps team. They expect from the developers and test engineers themselves to set up everything. It is happening. It's happening. Claude and Cursor, right? So these two tools will help you to automate the thing, not just the test script. So the idea is so let's say 10 years back, let's say 15 years back, what was the requirement? The requirement was like we have 1500 manual test cases and we want to automate it, right? That was 15 years back. And then some automation specialist, let's say who knows, let's say QTP or Selenium, they were getting hired, right? Or Renorex, I don't know if you have guys have heard about it, and some other tool, let's say Rational Robot, right? Or desktop application, there were some other tools. So they were hiring them and then giving them the separate task. Okay, within let's say 6 months, automate all those 1500 test cases, right? That was the case 15 years back, right? Now, but from last, let's say 8 to 10 years, the scenario has changed because the way we work in the sprint, the way it is fast on the delivery cycle, right? So now the expectation is okay, we we have 500 test cases in regression suite, and as well as in a sprint new test cases are getting generated. So identify the test cases which can be odd, identify the cases which can be automated. Sorry for any like spelling mistake if it is there. Let's understand what I'm saying. So identify the test cases which can be automated, and the whole team, like the whole team. When we say whole team, it's like, okay, test engineers contribute on automation. This is the case in some of the companies, even this is happening. And it's not like they will hire a specialized test automation engineer. It's like test engineers who are already there working in the manual side, they will work on the automation also. So obviously you have to, learn the things, implement the things. But now from last 1 year, let's say 2025, we will say, right? So last year, or from the beginning of 2025, as the AI tools has emerged and doing a lot of things, the expectation is a bit different. It's not just automating the test case. It's about understanding the, what we say, the requirement document, right? So let's say, I'll say story, epic, or a particular ticket, right? Analyze, analyze acceptance criteria, AC acceptance criteria, then generate test case, the manual test case itself, then generate script, and then generate automate. Sorry, scripting generation is different and execution is a different thing. Execute, then report, and continue this task until I'll say that things are completed. So for example, one epic can have multiple stories, or one story can have multiple acceptance criteria. Based on that, multiple test cases will be generated, right? So now the expectation is more of, if I'll say in single word, automate the STLC, automate the whole STLC thing. And I'm telling you very seriously here that if we are not doing this thing, let's say, right, we will be far behind from what is expected from the industry nowadays, right? And there is a fair expectation. It is not like this expectation is very vague or too much demanding, or those things. These expectations are real, and as per logically how AI is evolving. Okay, and it's possible. I'll show you. That's why today today I asked people to join here, right? So roadmap part, how to learn those things, I'll come in some time, but I want to show you something. So let's say now I have installed cursor in my system, right? Here, as a test engineer here, there are a lot of things which you can add that is related to some MD files you can add. It will understand how you want to automate the things, right? There are a lot of things to talk about. I'll talk about those things later on. But where we are, that I want to show you. So at any point of time, if I want to automate any test case, I can provide my steps here, first of all, right? So last time also I did this exercise, I believe, but I want to show this again. So for example, let's say there is a website, qatestology.com, right? And I want to automate a particular flow. I want to say that, okay, go to the founder here and check whether Nitesh Jain as a text is present or not. Correct. So you don't have to structure the test case and provide a step-by-step thing, right? If you are providing it, it's good. But as a prompt, I will write very simple thing. I have already written it, but I'll write it in front of you. So I'll say Create a new test case in a new spec file. So spec file in Playwright, you say spec file. Uh, to automate this flow. What flow? Open the website. Which website? This one. Let me go here. I'll say open this website and click on founder link. So I'll say founder link. Then verify if Nitesh Jain as a text is present or not. So I'll say verify Nitesh Jain text is present. That's it. Very simple one. English like thing. Anybody can write it as a story. If you provide a proper acceptance criteria, that will the best case, right? Because in the story you have acceptance criteria, right? So I am just prompting this and I'm running on the agent mode, which will I have provided some permission also that they can change the code, they can do the things. But as of now, it will make a plan first that it's saying that that test file is already present. So probably it's saying that this kind of test case is already present. But it will see here what it is doing. I'm not doing anything. It's doing on its own. It clicked on the founder. It has checked whether test case that is present or not. And it's saying that what it does, it's saying that, you know, it has created the test script for opening this. Clicking on the founder nav link, verify Nitesh is visible or not. Yeah, it has executed this and it has created a test here. See here, this one. So it has created this one with the code. So let me minimize this. Yeah. So see this code in the middle, what we have, what are the things it has done. Just a minute. Delete this particular thing. See. Oh, wait, close all. Let me do close. Anyways, it is showing me Explorer. I will change the look. I'm not able to change it. Anyways, so the thing is I'm using Cursor AI, same as VS Code. The thing is it has generated the test cases. See here, we'll tell you what this test case is and all, the syntax part of it. But it's not difficult for you to understand as of now. It's like opening this website. And then if you see here, it is finding the link founder and clicking on it. And then it is checking whether the okay, I didn't say to do this thing, right? It is doing on its own. I didn't say that once you click on the founder, check whether this founder is present in the URL. I have not instructed it, but it is doing on its own. Then it is checking whether this text is present in the page or not, because I didn't say that go to a particular element, and that's I was saying that check it. You can further modify this thing by again prompting it, right? And it's not like it will do only this simple test case. See, it doesn't know about the domain, what kind of domain it is, what website it is. But more and more you will write your test cases and get the utility created through the AI itself, right? It will understand about your domain also, right? So there you can provide about your domain structure, domain files also. It's possible as a MD file. You will provide that thing also, and you will understand what what is the flow, how you do it. So for example, if you're opening any e-commerce website and you will say that, go to this product, search for this particular product, and buy this particular kind of shirt, it will do that thing, right? So this is the minimal thing it can do. There are a lot of things it can do. It is just script generation what I have shown you, right? Apart from this, it can create this. You will verify it, and then you can say push it into the GitHub, create a new PR, all those things. Or another way, which is like now expectation from the test engineer, is generate test cases based on PR. So, for example, generally what happens is developers will give you some build, right? They give the release branches or intermediate, what we say, branches, right? Which you deploy, or they will give you that, okay, QA branch is ready with a particular kind of module or the feature, right? So here there is a capability that through the cloud cursor is also like can do that, but you can say that this is the developers git repository, right? And this is the release branch. It will find out what is the difference. So when we say release branch or the particular feature branch, let's say feature branch, right? So it will find out the diff between the master and feature branch. Obviously there is a code change, that's why the whole story is there, right? So based on that code change, you can instruct that generate the test cases, generate the test case to test the code itself, to test based on what are the new feature has come. So think about the length and breadth of how more number of test cases it can generate, all kind of positive negative edge cases it can generate. But the task about reviewing these things will be increased. It's like this, right? So that's what I wanted to show you, that I have automated other things also last time, I think. So even the bigger test cases, so now I don't what we say, write the code on my own here by step. But the thing is, as a beginner, you cannot do this thing, right? The thing, you should not do it. The reason is you will write a lot of test cases, but what about understanding it? What about when you want to change it? Whether you will understand your own code? It's like this. That's why learning TypeScript is very important, right? Learning about how TypeScript works, how different function works, what is async, what is await, what is this page, all the functions related to page, how you create page object models, how you can make utilize the object oriented programming into your test automation framework, how you report it, how you can integrate LU report, all those things, how you can use, let's say, Docker for parallel execution, right? All those things you should learn step by step, right? That's it for today. Now I'm open for any question if you have. Let me